We're back on iRacing today in the Skip Barber Formula Series, and this week we are racing at Bathurst. Now, originally this was going to be a week that I skipped. However, yesterday John74 asked if I wanted to join him on the race because he was about to jump in, and I didn't own the track, so I went and purchased it and I jumped in the race with John. Unfortunately, that is not the race you are about to see. Now, the reason you're not seeing that video is because when I finished recording, I realized my mic capture had changed in OBS and none of the commentary had been recorded. Now, it was my first race at Bathurst, and let's just say it didn't go particularly well. I put it in the wall on lap 1 on cold tires, and then having already used my fast repair, I then put it in the wall again on lap 7 and had to retire from the race. So it's the next day and we're back at it, and hopefully we can have a bit of a better race today. So without further ado, let's jump in and see how it went. All right, here we are for attempt number 2 at this race. Skippy at Bathurst. We've qualified in P4. And just to finish, I will take. I honestly don't know how competitive I can be here, or I will be. So, surviving is key. Making sure I survive the first couple of laps until the tyres start to warm up.
Increasing. It's now 31 Celsius.
And then see where we can go from there. But yeah, very new to this track. Only started driving here yesterday, so I'm sure I've already filled you in the intro. What happened yesterday. And a little bit more running here today. Probably about another 10, 11 laps or so. Pace 37s, but guys in front are in another league. Just waiting for one more to grid up, are we? Good luck, guys. Right, here we go.
This will be a standing start. All right, Nick, get ready. Go, go, go.
And away we go. Pretty good start. We're going to draft each other down here, apart from Axel, of course, who is out in the lead. Not really, I'm not looking to push.
The guy in front is London, car number 6, A license.
I'm just going to back off here. Going to be any carnage. It's going to be in a few corners time when we enter the mountain section.
Incident in Forest's Elbow. We think it might be London.
That's exactly what I did yesterday, pretty much. Can't push through there too hard in the first couple of laps.
The next car is Eagle, car number 11, B license, and their rating is 1.3.
So I think the front 2 are now gone. So now it's more of a case of consolidating this, seeing if we can run away a little bit. It's not going to help though, is it? When we go extremely deep on the brakes.
On your left. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear left.
Okay, let's settle down. See what we can do from here. I think we're going to lose the position here to Jacques behind because got a very poor run out of that corner. Now is he going to stay in the draft here or is he going to attack? I think he's going to attack.
Right side. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear right.
Come on, Nick. Don't let him get
Now
away.
we've got a bit of a buffer to the guy behind, so... So the front two have now gone.
The car in front is Harrant, car number 5, B licence.
It's falling a bit too close there and it completely threw me on like my braking on the mountain section there. But as we found out last week, the draft in the Skippy is pretty powerful. So let's see if we can't pull along here with Jacques. Might be a little bit too far away to get the full benefit of the tow. Gained about a tenth back there.
The leader's just done a 2:36.06. P5.
Car right. Still there. Clear right.
Come on, Nick. Nicely done.
Probably should have stayed behind Jacques
Car
there.
ahead is Flores, car number 4, A licence, and their rating
Because
is
he's just going to
1.7.
get me back here on the draft. Look at that draft, it's disgusting. Will he tuck him behind? He will that time. Don't want to fight too much between ourselves here. We could do with working together a little bit. Try and catch back up here to Mark in front.
Don't be distracted. Defend your position.
A little bit more confidence now through these corners to carry a bit more speed.
Left side. Clear left.
Shite. Stay close. You might get him back.
Sorry for holding you up there, Jacques. Sorry, mate. Went deep on the brakes and rather than I'm just going to sit back here. Yeah, rather than sort of like trying to stuff it in the wall, just had to kind of like apply the brakes a little bit. more than I would, so... And then I was sort of trying to make sure I wasn't
Car
going
in front
towards
of
the
us is
inside.
Apparent car number 5, B licence. There's an incident in the chase. It looks like Sebastian. That last lap was a 240.58.
Unfortunately, we've let Mark go well and truly, and that's a lot down to me. Unfortunately.
On your left. Still there. Still there. Hold your line. Clear left.
Fucking awesome move, mate.
Got put off there by
Nick,
Mark
the pit
blinking.
window
There was
is
some...
now open. We'll need to pit to refuel by lap
shit.
8.
Oh no. I forgot to change my fuel after qualifying.
The driver in front of us is Flores, car number 4, A licence, and their rating is 1.7.
Well, that's just completely wrecked everything, hasn't it? Ah, I'm angry now.
Watch your speed. The pit lane speed limit is 50 kilometers per hour.
Right side, clear right.
Okay, Nick, we'll fill you to the end of the race.
Oh,
You've got
well.
about 4 laps of fuel left.
What a mistake that was.
Box in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Box now. Front left 100%. Rear left 100. Your exit is clear. Watch the white line.
Ah dear. Now we've got the
next
track to
car
ourselves.
is car number 1, B licence, and their rating is 3.4.
Oh dear, I really should stop changing fuel for qualifying because clearly I don't remember. Just a guy in like
Alright, Nick,
P1 done
the
a
next car is
34, that's
Jeffrey,
insane.
car number 3, B licence, and their rating is 2.1.
Right, so we're down to P9. I think we've still got all 13 runners here, which is pretty impressive. To be fair, yesterday's race, there was only one person who dropped out, I believe. Well, who actually disconnected, I should say.
The gap to 10th position behind is increasing. It's now 9.8.
Mark actually ran with us yesterday, and he's the guy who won the race yesterday, and I don't expect to keep any sort of pace with him. So, yeah, it's just going to be now just a case of trying to consolidate a top 10 finish. Split some.
Okay, Nick, halfway home. We've got plenty of fuel. E9.
I know we've got plenty of fuel now, Jim. Kind of wish like Jim would sort of, when you sat on the grid, he would have given me like an indication that, oh, you'll need to refuel after X amount of laps. At least that would have, like, I'd have had a chance at least of going back and putting the fuel in. Not to worry. This is a this is a bonus race anyway. I wasn't expecting to do this race this week.
There's an incident in Griffin's Bend. It looks like it's Sebastian.
Yeah, it wasn't really a track I was going to buy until kind of John said, do you want to jump in on this one? So yeah, I just sort of picked it up. Hence why we've got no experience whatsoever here either. But you know what, for having only run a few laps here, it could be a lot worse.
The gap to P10 behind is increasing. It's now 15 seconds.
And on the positive, I have kept it out the barriers. Woohoo! So far, touch wood. Touch wood. Got 4 more laps to run, I think, here. .38.4, it's matching what I did yesterday's race. As you can see from my optimal, 37.0 is my optimal lap, so
The gap ahead is now 17 seconds.
I'm not going to get worried too much about lap times. I just want to survive now that I'm finding a good groove. Exactly what happened yesterday. I just started to find a groove and I started to think, oh, I'm catching and my lap times are coming down, and started to push that a little bit more. And that's when I stuffed it into the barrier for the second time. I think we're safe to the cars behind now at least. So top 10, P9 finish should be on the cards.
There's an incident in
Back
Lewis
one
corner.
corner.
It looks like Wayne.
Back marker causing trouble.
P8, that's your quickest lap in this session.
Up to P8. Missing Wayne was dropped off from the lead then. But again, not to get too distracted by lap times, but our optimal has come down to 36.5, so that's crazy.
The gap to P7 ahead is now 17 seconds.
We're not worrying about Mark in front. As well as winning the race I was in yesterday with John, Mark was the guy that we was actually battling with last week at Summit Point. It's good to see that I've actually pretty much matched his time here. I don't think he's going as quick as he did yesterday, bear in mind, but yeah. A little bit frustrating, like I said. I'm just annoyed that I didn't put enough fuel in. I didn't check the fuel. Looking at the relatives though, I don't know if Mark's turned up the week this lap, but I do feel I've got the same problem as yesterday. I feel like I'm quite quick in the first two sectors, but sorry, the first and the last sector, but sector 2 around the mountain is where I seem to hemorrhage all my time.
The gap in front is now 18 seconds. Two
Here we
laps
go.
remaining.
Oh, nearly at the wall. Back out the throttle there.
The gap to 7th position ahead is now 18 seconds.
I don't know, I was all out of sorts there at the mountain, wasn't I? Certainly not the quickest. There's quicker guys behind me. But we just did enough in the early stages, I guess.
Right, the guy ahead of us is Harrant, car number 5, B licence. P7, one more lap to go. That was 2:38.08.
Where did Mark go? Mark had an incident. Anyway, last lap, we're up to P7. And that means we're actually going to gain some iRacing. If we can hold it together for this final lap, which is insane. Not as much, obviously, as I wanted, but nonetheless, I will take it. Looks like Mark had a connection issue. I can tell myself like how much more confidence I'm feeling around here now. Probably see just like on some of these corners how intimate we're getting now with some of these walls, especially on the mountain. Still setting purple sectors. Some of these little subsectors as well. Anyway, yesterday the mountain bit hard. Today we bit back at the mountain. We had an instant free race and we come home for P7.
7th position. That's the end of the race. Bad luck, mate.
What can I say? Yeah, I really enjoyed that one. We got some real good confidence there. Again, I know I kind of said it already, but just a real shame that I did not check that fuel. Because we were fighting for like a 3rd or a 4th at one point. I mean, that fast guy, he came through for P3 in the end. He did a 2:34, which is just crazy pace. So we wouldn't have got the podium for sure, but you know, we was definitely in the fight for 4th, 5th, a couple more places. But you know what? I'll take P7. Absolutely. Good result, considering I'd never driven Bathurst on iRacing before yesterday. So just meant obviously with the having to go in the pits for the fuel. It was a bit of a quiet, lonely race when we didn't actually see anybody for the second half of it. But I enjoyed the battle while it lasted, and we seemed to be able to hold our own. Anywho, as always, I'm going to bring it back home round to the pits. And while I do that, take a look at the results. This was the one and only split. The strength of field was 1,632. We were car number 7, started P4, finished 7th. Our fastest lap of the race was a 2-minute 37.715. Fastest lap of the race by Mr. Kubota, hopefully I pronounced that right, was a 2-minute 34.122. So that is 3.6 seconds a lap slower. We had 0 incident points, and we take 48 points for the championship. Our safety rating improves by 0.63, takes us to 4.45, and we gain 5 iRating, takes us to 1,510. But there we go, guys. That was the race, and you know what? I'll take it. Massive, massive blunder on my part for not checking my fuel and making sure that I had enough in the tank. However, it was a clean race. It was a 0x race, and we got a massive safety rating haul as we go from the 3s up to the 4s. It's just a shame I haven't been racing any of the C license events, or else we would now be a B license driver. But not to worry, I'm really impressed with how this one went. We've managed to find some pace, we kept it clean, and the result in the end was great. Like I said in commentary, I think we would probably only manage 1 or 2 more positions. So car number 7, finish P7, I'll take it. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please consider giving it a like. And if you want to see more racing content from me, make sure to hit subscribe, because there'll be plenty more coming real soon. If you want to get involved with the action on iRacing, head down to the description where you'll find a link, and hopefully I'll see you on track real soon. But all that's left for me to say is thank you very much for watching, and until next time, see ya.